Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're in the best of health. I hope you're drinking water and minding your business. If you're new to this channel today, my name is Annie Paul, and it's so very nice to meet you. I make content on student advice, medicine, lifestyle, and natural hair. If you guys are returning, you guys already know that I love you dearly. Okay, in today's video we're going to be talking about vaccinations, how to get them, where to get them, why to get them, and should you even be bothering about getting those bad boys. Yes, we're going to be answering all of those questions. So if these are things that you would like to know, please keep on watching. Okay, so now the first question that we're going to be answering is why you need vaccinations. Obviously you do need vaccinations if you're going to be a medical student, if you are a medical student, if you are in the medical line, you're not a medical student, maybe you're nursing, dentistry, all of those, specialties and whatnot. Everyone needs to be protected. I mean, a very good example is now that the COVID vaccine is out and about, and some people are still making speculations on whether to get it or not. I mean, like, protect yourself first, then speculate. Not that I'm in support of speculation though, but I mean, take it first. So what am I saying in essence? You need to be protected against all these kind of things, all those things flying about, all those bad boys. And I mean, it is a requirement. To be honest, it should be a requirement for you to get into medical school in this part of the world, but it necessarily isn't. I mean, the only vaccination that I remember having as an adult before coming here was the polio one, I think, or the yellow fever one. I can't really remember, but it was the one you took because you were applying for the visa to come here. So other than that, I mean, guys, take your vaccinations. If you are also thinking of applying for a medical elective program, you might want to get your vaccinations in order, checked, fulfilled, and have the antibodies present before you even get on the plane to go there, because when you get there, it's going to be a different ball game. So I am making this video particularly for vaccinations in respect to medical elective programs, or people that will want to be applying for this kind of opportunities. And because of that, I have looked up a couple of schools and the kind of vaccinations that they will require, or most of them are requiring. So it's basically things like your DTP, your MMRs, all those basic things. I'm just going to leave all of them on the screen so you can have a look and check with yourself if you have them or not. I mean, you should, but if you don't, it's not too late to get it. So now, if you haven't, okay, I'm just going to explain how I did mine. We have the infectious diseases department here, and I know that people would know this if you've started your clinical years, if you started maybe like doing infectious diseases in classes. If you started those, then you definitely will know the department that I'm talking about. If you aren't in the city, perhaps you're in another city in Ukraine, or you're in another part of the world, hopefully this will help you as well. So you go to the infectious disease department, you speak to a doctor there, an infectious doctor, or I don't know what they're called. You speak to a doctor there and you tell them what you are about, or what you're looking for, or what you're leaning towards, and then they just, like, they literally help you. They tell you everything that you need to know, when and how soon you can get all your vaccinations done. And yeah, that's about it. How much do vaccinations cost? On an average, they will cost you anywhere from $10 upwards. Some vaccinations can be as expensive as $20 a dose, and maybe you might have to take like 2 or 3. For example, the Hep B one is pricey, and you have to take 3 serious shots. Okay, so guys, one of the reasons why I am saying that you should go to the infectious disease department, not because you can't get it in like a polyclinic or something, is because they will be able to monitor you if you have an allergic reaction. So you want to keep this in mind. Back to the video now. For prices and based off how much each vaccine costs, it would literally range from anywhere from $10 to about $20-25. So I paid in total, I spent about almost $200 thereabout as at the time, and that was 2 years ago, on vaccinations. Bear in mind that some hospitals that you'll be applying to for your medical elective programs will want you to have more vaccines, or some would not mind you not having them, okay? But what I want you to keep at the back of your mind is that these vaccines are not free. Okay, if you have questions of, if you're in Nigeria watching this and you're like, okay, when you get here they'll give you free vaccination because you're a medical student. No, dear, no. Just get your coins ready, okay? Get your coins ready. So I spent about 200, a little over 200 if you factor in the cost of commuting to the hospital and back. And then I did some other tests on the side. So for the tests that I was doing, I did things like checking for Hep C antibodies, and all whatnot, all that jazzy things. So yes, vaccinations will cost you a good amount. You'd like to start planning for them early, in my opinion. If this video is giving you value, entertaining you, educating you, any of that sort, and you haven't subscribed already, baby, please subscribe. Thanks. Also remember to give this video a like, as it helps YouTube recommend this video to amazing people like yourself, and it helps us grow together, okay? Thank you. Okay, back to the video, okay? The next question that we're going to be discussing is when to start the vaccinations. Actually, you should start the vaccinations as soon as possible, or you should start the vaccinations right after watching this video, or you should start the vaccinations like once you know that you're going to be put in a place of risk. Then I advise that you get all the vaccines that you can for that are peculiar to that zone, that you get them out of the way. Get them out of the way. Now, why am I saying get them out of the way? Because obviously, if you don't take the vaccinations before you come here and start medical school, you're going to need them in your clinical years. And if your teachers are kind enough to protect you from highly infectious patients, and you ever think of going for an elective program, they're going to chook you injection. Oh my goodness, guys, I didn't know how I was going to explain that, but I'm sure you guys get the hang of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so for those of you that have watched till the end of this video, you guys already know that we love giving bonus tips on here. I mean, like, I'm creating content for you. You are all that matters to me right now. So what am I saying? The bonus tip here is that when you go to get your vaccinations from the infectious disease department, or you go to the doctor and you're saying, okay, you want your vaccinations, I would advise that you've already taken your cards. I'd advise that you've already taken your previous vaccination cards from your parents, as this will help you keep track. And I advise that whether or not you have your previous one from your parents, because I mean, there's a lot of moving around, you've moved countries, you've moved a lot of places, so it's possible that some documents did get lost while you were moving. So what I would advise is, whether or not you have it, you can apply for another vaccination card. You can ask your doctor or your infectious disease teacher to give you one once you start your doses. So in here are the vaccinations and the stamp of the doctor that I had them with as at the time that I was going for my medical elective program. So here, and the thing is, obviously, because you now have this booklet, you can have another doctor from another country stamp it for you, like give you a vaccine, that's the word, give you a vaccine and stamp it for you, because I did get one of my shots while I was at my elective program and it was stamped in here. You can see there's a different stamp on there. So these are things that you want to consider. These are things that you want to put into perspective when you're planning to get vaccinations for your medical elective. Another thing on the bonus tip, I know that I mentioned earlier that I did run a lot of tests like your Hep C, tests for Hep C antibodies and whatnot, and tests for HIV as well. But what I didn't say was, with these tests, the total that you will spend will jump up a little. So if I were you, I was going to be budgeting for about, say, $250 to be on the safe side of things. So this should cover for your commute to and fro from the hospital or from wherever you'll be having your vaccinations at, and for the price of the vaccinations themselves. Guys, please, if this is for the bonuses, so people that waited till the end, though. Okay, so guys, please, if you had your BCG vaccine when you were a baby and maybe you've lost the paper and you can actually look for it before you start applying for your medical electives, please do. I have my BCG scar, but it's really little and sometimes even I can't find it. And because I couldn't find it while I was there, I did do an x-ray from here as well to certify that I didn't have active TB. I told you were going to be doing a lot of tests. I told you we were going to be doing a lot of tests. I did do a test from here, like an x-ray, chest x-ray, to show that I didn't have active TB, but that was not enough. So they had to take my blood sample and go and do proper TB tests on it. So guys, be cool. If you have a way of getting all your records together in one place before you actually start applying and whatnot, I hope you're able to, and I hope this kind of makes your journey easier. So you guys, thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video. I know it did look a little bit all over the place. I was just trying to put in as much information as I could on vaccinations and blood tests out here. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video. Remember guys, please subscribe if you're not. Please subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so guys, thank you for liking this video, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for your time. Peace and lots of love.